What's up, y'all? It's me again, Dankfart, the pirate poet fart. It's spelled P-H-A-R-T, is an acronym for pretty hot and reasonably talented. Thanks for being here with me. I'm Dankfart. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, I'm sharing just stories about my life, my ideas on craft and art and business and philosophy and my world view. You get an angle from looking out my perspective, the window of Dankfart. Woo! Thank you all so much for being here. Be sure to check out the Peaceful Mother Lover Challenge. Check out the description for more details, and we can make peace on earth. Peace on earth, yeah. It's kind of cool. I like prosperity among the planet and the ecosystem. Get out of the ecosystem and into the ecosystem. Open up your heart and listen. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Today, I am here to talk about finding your voice in, well, I'm a poet, so mainly it relates to poetry, but it's also relates to any form of whatever you're doing creatively or artistically and life likewise. It's really like finding your own style. Anybody can, not anybody, anybody that's dedicated enough to practice something can learn to do something if you just have the patience and the practice. And if you don't have a natural either affinity or a love for it, you're probably just not going to take the time that it takes to learn to do whatever it is. But I truly believe that most people, if you're given the time and the space to really study something on your own terms, that you could learn to do really anything. But anyways, so anybody could mastering the pieces, the notes in guitar, it's like the chords and how they progress and all of the structural aspects of it, or poetry, being able to master the rhyme and being able to write villanovas and haikus and mastering all of these different forms and having a really extensive vocabulary and really puffed up and be like, I've mastered all of the elements of this and but if there's no creativity within it, then it's not really going to be quality art in my worldview, because it just doesn't have the life in it. Well, the art needs to have that life, that inspiration that feeds from the artist. And the reason why the artist masters all of these forms and techniques and strokes who were painting and things is so that they can be fully released into their creative self as they are crafting whatever it is that they do. It could be someone within making a car and getting this design and really giving it their own flavor. And so find things that inspire you, find other artists that inspire you, but you gotta just get to a point when you just throw all of that out the window and you just become fluid in your creative process and letting it all go and just throwing that clay onto the potter's wheel and just spinning it and just feeling it. And you got to be able to really feel into it, and through that feeling, that is where the real magic and the real rubber hits the proverbial road and magic sparks. And that's the process of art, and that's why all of the preparation for everything as an artist is to get into that flow state, so you can just be present with the emotional energetics that are happening within you. And all of that also comes from just getting out and just doing and just creating and failing. Like when a toddler or child is learning to walk, they're going to fall a lot, and they don't tell themselves that they're never going to learn how to walk because they fall so much. It's just a process of life. And very similar, life is not an imitation of art, and art is not an imitation of life. They are one and the same, and it takes a lot of work and practice and due diligence and drive, inner drive, because that's what makes it so that the child learns to walk. It's that inner drive of going going, I know I can do this, I have to do this, and if they don't, maybe they're gonna like start crawling in fancy ways and be like, what? Get out of these boxes that we've contained ourselves in. The box is useful for understanding parameters, but if you never get out of the box, then you will just always never really have that spirit of creation and creativity that really is what makes the high art a reality. When the artist is really vibing on it and feeling it, and it's beyond the confines of pure commercialism. It's the raw energetics of that artist, and I feel for me that's the most important thing to cultivate for yourself as an artist. I don't think you should if I was going to witness someone playing scales, or someone that is just raw passion, that they're just feeling into it and just not really even without the skills, the raw passion, the feeling, it would be something that I would be more drawn to than stale, perfect note playing. And even if it was, masterful in its whatever, but like without that emotive feeling, that liberation that goes into that process, is like Bruce Lee being out there and just being in that flow and being like water, being able to fill within any shape within that moment and taking it on. And so that's what I feel as an artist should be cultivating for, and just throw paint at the canvas, just play notes on the guitar and start to explore all of those, and finding your own style and finding artists that inspired you and playing around with what they were doing, and through that discovering what it is that you want to do, where you go, and your style and your voice and your aesthetic. And we are all unique in all of our different perspectives, and they're all really beautiful as when we just really step into ourselves and say full yes to ourselves, and then put those gifts out to the world. And that is for me the foundation of what truly high quality art is. And the packaging and all the marketing comes second, which is probably why I'm not yet a globally world famous poet, because I've been in the rawness, into the craft, in down taking the coal of my experience and the pressure of my love and turning it into diamonds, and now I'm trying to share the diamonds with the world. So go out there, explore, dare to fail, experience this life, go take some creative classes on whatever, there's classes for painting, for everything, all over the place. Do a little bit of research, there's even online ones. Just go practice. That's study all different things, many different things. Find what turns you on, let it spark you, let it burn you to ash, and live like a sparkling firework that explodes upon this creation. Thank y'all so much. I'm Dank Fart, the Pirate Poet. Fart is spelled P-H-A-R-T, is an acronym for pretty hot and reasonably talented. I'm explosion with creativity. Thank you so much for being here with me, taking your precious time to be here, listening to my journeys, my experiences, my views on art, and today about crafting and finding your voice that is authentically yours. Yes, get to know your craft, master your craft, but if you haven't found your authentic voice, the mastering of the craft is all not going to make vibrant, living art, which is what I'm interested in. Not these perfect, really fancy media, like boom, sparkly, boom, 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 boom. I want the realness, and it can have all of that. But first and foremost, you must have the passion, the creativity, the finding of your voice, your own authenticity, and only you can know that. Thank you all so much for being with me. Check out the poem Peace on Earth movement and the Peaceful Mother Lover Challenge, where we make peace on Earth by making peace signs on the earth. I am up on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, Patreon, also nectar.earth, all under Dankfart, DANKPHART. Be sure to comment.